Welcome back to the E3 with Larry Ice video series. This episode is Galatians chapter 1, part 6, People Pleasing. Verse 10 in our Galatians passage reads, "For am I now seeking the favor of people or of God? Or am I striving to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a bondservant of Christ." So what is this business about people pleasing? A favorite passage of many on this subject is 2 Timothy 4, 3 and 4, where Paul warns Timothy, saying, "For the time will come when they will not tolerate sound doctrine, but wanting to have their ears tickled, they will accumulate for themselves teachers in accordance with their own desires, and they will turn their ears away from the truth and will turn aside to myths." The message that pleases people is one of the flesh. It's the same old message that snake in the garden gave to Eve in Genesis 3, 4, and 5. It says this, "The serpent said to the woman, 'You certainly will not die, for God knows that on the day you eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you will become like God, knowing good and evil.'" It's a worldly message that tells people they can become like God through their own efforts. People's ears are tickled and they are pleased when they're told that they're perfectly fine, in need of nothing, and that they know right from wrong and can rely upon themselves for everything they need. The true and pure gospel stands in opposition to this. It calls people to humble themselves and call on God. It calls on them to give up and rely on God as their source and sustenance. This is offensive to people because it requires the humility to admit fault and to admit God is right. As we learn elsewhere, Paul encountered great tribulation and suffering because of the pure gospel. Knowing the truth of the gospel is crucial. If we begin mixing anything else into it, if we twist or pervert or distort it in any way, our freedom, peace, and joy in the Lord are constrained. Grace and peace to you. This one was brief. See you next time.